Hello, everybody. Daniel from the Venza Dutch office. Glad to see you at another reaction video. So glad you're here. With me, as always, Sean Shields from the Atlanta office. Good to see you, my man. Look at he's waving like the queen. Look at you. All right, we've got a couple of newbies. This is their first time in the hot seat, so of course they're very, very anxious to find out how this is going to work. But they're pros, so I'm sure they're going to be just fine. Let's find out who they are. Let's start with you, Beth.
Hi, Beth Kahwajy from SALTO Systems, coming to you from Maryland.
Good to see you. Good to have you here and be brave. That's pretty awesome. Yogi, tell us about yourself.
I'm Yogi from MCOMS, and I'm also from Atlanta. So we have two Atlantans on line here.
Yeah, fantastic. I understand from the team today that it's raining heavy, so hopefully connectivity. But it looks like you got sun coming through. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have rain here, but
okay. All right. So we've described to you guys how this works. Sean's going to share something on a screen, and we're going to find out what your reaction to it. Okay. So this is something from I believe today. Yes, just today from the BBC Travel. Crop circle controversy, or controversy, if you like, on the subject of crop circles. And I think it's an interesting topic because what they're saying is that a number of these crop circles kind of have emerged over the years, and people, it's a head scratcher. Is it alien? Are they aliens that are creating this? Is this some kind of rogue group that's making them happen? And it's they're referencing let's see now, where is it, in Wiltshire area? Particularly, they're referencing something that one of these crop circles that was created with a logo of one of the local hotels. So it seems like it possibly is a marketing ploy, I think, perhaps. But the question is not whether or not this is a good way of doing marketing for tier 2 businesses or cities. My question to you is that is COVID presenting tier 2 locations with an interesting opportunity to pull tourists, especially tourists that are maybe wanting to drive to a location rather than let's fly to some of the tier 1 capitals of the world? Is that happening in the industry? Beth, you're nodding. What do you think?
I absolutely believe so. I think a lot of people don't really want to get on planes yet, especially last year. And I can tell from personal experience, I was supposed to fly to Italy last year for the F1 race and ended up following the Lewis and Clark Trail across the country instead. So okay. I think cool, we were the only ones in hotels, quite honestly. But this year we did a little driving trip and it was much different. So yeah. I think there are many more people on the roads than in the air, and just sort of trying to learn more about their own country, their own state, their own area.
Yeah. Yogi, what do you think?
Yeah, I happen to agree. Last year I used to travel at least once a week to destinations within the U.S., which is my territory. With COVID, didn't happen. Just started again traveling, and now with this resurgence, I find that I'd rather go visit places, customers or otherwise, that I can hop in the car. I don't have to worry about all the mess at the airport, etc. And being on a plane, they're all full, and you have to wear a mask. Very uncomfortable. It goes back to what was just said. I think it's a lot easier to have friends and family in the car and go where you need to go and talk about it while you're doing it.
Do you guys think that this is going to last? I mean, we kind of anticipated the drivable destinations, the rubber wheel destinations.
Mhm.
We're gonna recover first, and we saw that. Do you think it's gonna last? Do they need to do crop circles,
Uh,
in order to keep it going?
I personally don't. I think we'll go back. Everything's going to revert back once we get comfortable. You saw as soon as COVID ended for a brief amount of time that destinations again were being filled up. Cruise ships
Yeah.
were getting back in line. I don't think the short weekend or driving trips will
Yeah.
go away, but I certainly think everybody's pent up to go someplace, and they're going to want to do that.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it here in the Netherlands. The lion's share of tourism, usually in North Holland, the province of North Holland, because of Amsterdam, not rebounding, but southern province, Zeeland and Friesland up in the north,
Mhm.
people are going there because it's more space, and certainly not the tier 1 destination like Amsterdam is, though. Yeah.
Right. I would also add that there are companies taking advantage of it, and why not? Because it's been pretty desolate out there. So hotels are open, but there's no discounts. Just get out there and make your reservation.
Yeah.
The other part of it is people are driving. So what's really expensive right now? Cars. Cars are expensive new, and cars are expensive used. And rentals as well. So I think everyone's understanding that people are would rather get in the car and go, rather than making the plane trips and that sort of thing. So whether it's business travel or pleasure, I think people are really taking to the roads. And I think you see over the holidays that are just more and more people compared to especially last year. So I think hopefully we'll open up a little more. People get safe, and we'll have more opportunity to take advantage of country to country. But right now, I think people are taking advantage of their own countries and learning more about where they live, and seeing people, via driving around.
Yeah. Very interesting. Good. Thank you both. That wasn't so bad, I hope.
No.
Cool. Sean, any words of parting wisdom?
I gotta tell you, the best thing about this is Mom's backyard with the pool has turned into a tier 1 destination. So I think that's good.
So is mine.
Right. Things have raised up. The level has raised up. Also, I'm just gonna put this out there. This year, corn maze gonna be big. That's my prediction. If you're anywhere with corn and corn mazes, big open corn mazes, I'm going to ask you corn maze people to make those rows a little wider this year, maybe a little less confusion, and just more of a pathway. We're all going to see you. We'll see you at the corn maze this year. That's what I'm saying.
I think they've already planted that corn, so I don't know if they're going to make any chance of enhancing the rows.
Crop circles, corn maze.
Hey.
Right.
Sort of the same, right?
See what I did there?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a Stephen King movie waiting to happen. Yeah. Tourists, children of the corn, tourists in the maze. I don't know. Good to see you both. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody out there, for
Thank you for having us.
You bet.
Thanks for having us.
See you next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.